starts now.
Welcome to News Watch 12 at 5. I'm Justin Betty. Another Fleet store will be coming to Rhinelander next year. Last week, we told you L&M Fleet will open their new location at the old Shopco building. Today, company officials announced Blaine's Farm in Fleet will be coming to the city in the fall of 2022. They plan to build at the corner of East Timber Lane and Highway 17. As you see, that's near the ice arena. They purchased this land several years ago. Company officials say the new store should bring about 100 new jobs to the area, mix of full-time and part-time positions. The company is planning to conduct hiring fairs in summer and early fall of next year. The Wisconsin DNR's board voted this week to extend the walleye harvest ban on the Minocqua chain of lakes. This comes after years of attempted rehabilitation on that chain. However, even with the ban on walleyes, local anglers say there's still a wealth of other fish to be had. News Watch 12's Kyle Pazorski has details.
But it's a good fishing chain. There's no doubt about it. There's a lot of fish in there.
Jeff Bolander of Dewey, Ketchum, and Howe in Minocqua says that one of these strategies he is telling fishermen is that there is an abundance of different species of fish besides walleye to catch on the chain.
Oh, it's a great panfish, great crappies. I mean, people love crappies, and it's a fantastic crappie operation. Lots of muskie, lots of northerns. There's a lot of fish out there. You don't have to catch just walleyes. You got plenty of other options.
Which is why when Bolander guides anglers, the ban on walleye harvest is not given much thought and encourages bass fishing.
One of the things that's not advertised very much about the chain is you can keep 5 bass any size per day. And so one of the reasons we go out there is we catch 5 bass per person in the boat, 11, 12, 13 inches. That's good table fare. That's really good table fare, and that's really underutilized.
And even with the pandemic, he noticed business at his shop went up last year and has continued through this year.
There wasn't a lot else to do. And so, a lot more people were fishing. And actually, we're doing better this year than we did last year because I think a lot of people got into fishing that normally get into fishing, and they found they liked it, and so they're still fishing.
Bolander emphasized that there are more than 3,000 lakes in Oneida and Vilas counties, which have plenty of fish for catching and other fun recreational activities. Reporting in Minocqua, Kyle Pazorski, News Watch 12.
Well, this evening may not be ideal for fishing. Jeff, you're keeping an eye on some possible storms tonight?
Yeah, some good news there, though. The severe threats really coming down across the area tonight as we've had lots of cloud cover across the area today, helping to limit the atmosphere. But still, there is a front just to the west of us right now, across Price County, back to Taylor County as well. That's where storms are firing as we speak. And the ones by Eau Claire, they've been producing ping-pong ball-sized hail and very gusty winds and torrential downpours, actually. They're moving to the east at 10 to 15 miles per hour. So if we get those into our area tonight, which we likely will, we'll likely get some heavy rainmakers across the area tonight into tomorrow morning. But then we're done. The front's going to come through tomorrow morning. We're going to get on that side of it. That is much better weather for us for tomorrow. Our forecast then for tonight, though, is still a chance for heavy rain potential out there with muggy lows down near 61. Your full forecast is coming up, Justin.
All right, thank you. Because of the potential for lightning or heavy rain tonight, the YMCA of the Northwoods and Rhinelander area food pantry officials have postponed the first Hodag Food Wagon event. The first distribution will instead be next Thursday, July 1st, at the Central School in Rhinelander. These are bags of food for any children or family in need. The number of new COVID-19 cases in Wisconsin has inched up over the last few days, though still well below almost any other point for the last 15 months. Today, the State Department of Health Services reports 114 new cases. We're averaging 78 per day over the last week. Throughout the pandemic, health officials believe about 8,000 people in Wisconsin have died from COVID-19. We're now averaging about 1 new death per day over the last week. Meanwhile, DHS added a new stat to their dashboard today. You see it here. It shows the percentage of adults, not just all people, but adults in Wisconsin, 18 and over, who are now vaccinated. It shows, as you see, almost 61% of adults in the state have now received at least 1 dose of vaccine, and about 56% have now completed their vaccination. Oneida County is the highest rate in our region, running about 4 points ahead of the state average. As the COVID-19 situation continues to improve, more and more people have stopped wearing masks. But some health officials expect them to make a return some form this fall or winter. 2020, last year, had one of the lightest or best flu seasons on record. Health officials say many of those safety precautions we took to prevent the spread of COVID-19 also helped prevent the spread of flu.
These germs, they attach themselves to the respiratory droplets that are emitted. And with a mask, you can prevent contaminating the air around you and prevent spreading those germs to other people.
Some countries, especially densely populated cities, already wear masks in public fairly routinely. In Japan, for example, students and office workers wear one if they have a cold but still feel well enough to go to school or work. Sethi hopes that type of mentality will become more common around here as well.
You know, I'm hopeful that in the future people will sort of put politics aside and just sort of see masks as something that's very simple, very cost effective, and, you know, something that can prevent those germs from spreading, particularly in the winter months.
He says to expect boxes of masks, like you might see tissues in any location with large numbers of people, things like airports, shopping malls. He expects this to help reduce the impact of influenza and other respiratory illnesses even after COVID-19. Across the country, the number of new COVID-19 deaths each day has fallen dramatically in recent weeks. Average daily deaths are now less than a tenth of what they were at the peak of the pandemic, according to data from Johns Hopkins University, though some groups remain more at risk than others. Mandy Gaither has details.
As COVID-19 deaths hit record lows, those dying are more disproportionately Black than before. Black people account for about 12.5% of the population, but more than 15% of total COVID-19 deaths. In May, that number jumped to 19%, according to CDC data. The average age of people dying of COVID-19 has also shifted to younger people recently. In May, 59% of deaths were among those under the age of 75.
This virus is an opportunist.
A top U.S. health official says an overwhelming number of those dying of COVID-19 are unvaccinated. There's been a dip in vaccinations across the country, especially among those aged 18 to 39 years old. A CDC survey of that age group shows around 52% are already vaccinated or plan to. 23% said they'd probably get vaccinated or were unsure. And nearly 25% reported they probably or definitely would not get vaccinated.
Nearly every death due to COVID-19 is particularly tragic because nearly every death, especially among adults due to COVID-19, is at this point entirely preventable.
Studies show that vaccines protect people well, even against the newly circulating variants of the virus. But the CDC director says as long as there are those who are not vaccinated, COVID-19 will remain a threat.
That's Mandy Gaither reporting. Today, the CDC extended the eviction moratorium put in place early in the pandemic. The temporary restriction on evictions only applies in certain cases, mostly in terms of non-payment. Evictions can still happen for other reasons. NATH Executive Director Tammy Modick tells Newswatch 12, it's hard to tell what kind of impact this extension will have on the North Woods. She says Frederick Place continues to have residents struggling to find affordable housing, believes the moratorium could be limiting the supply of available houses, adding it's still hard to know, though, exactly how many people are impacted. One of Wisconsin's original taxes looks like it won't make it another year. The personal property tax was among the state's first acts, originally taxing everything a person or business might own, according to the coalition trying to repeal it.
Over the past 172 years, the Wisconsin legislature has taken many whacks at the tax, exempting individual property, specific business property, and even exempting entire industries from the tax. And what's left is a tax on furniture, fixtures, boats, and a few odds and ends, items found in businesses up and down the main streets of every city in Wisconsin.
Democrats in the Joint Committee on Finance expressed some concerns, not necessarily over this repeal bill, but how they say Republicans are complicating the revenue sharing process through their approach. The hundreds of millions of dollars local governments would lose from this tax being repealed usually would be backfilled by state revenues automatically, but the current plan would require committee approval.
Last week, we put the money in the Joint Finance slush fund, and now we're working on the statutory language. They're split to try to avoid, the governor.
The Republicans defended the move, saying the governor's silence on this issue and strong line-item veto power forced their hand. The bills will now go before the legislature. Evers has not said whether or not he would veto them. Wisconsin's Natural Resources Policy Board is moving ahead with implementing new regulations limiting toxic PFAS or forever chemicals in the state's water supply. Yesterday's vote marks the next phase in this process, which could take more than 2 years to complete. The move will allow the State Department of Natural Resources to begin writing regulations on this type of chemical use. The Wisconsin State Journal reports the agency is already in the process of crunching and figuring out the numbers. Wisconsin's tourism and entertainment businesses were hit hard by the COVID-19 pandemic, but now they're getting some financial help in the recovery. Governor Evers said today more than $140 million in federal grant money will be available for the lodging industry, movie theaters, live event venues, minor league sports franchises, and other entertainment and tourism-related businesses. The grants come from federal economic stimulus dollars passed by Congress earlier this year. They'll be administered by the Wisconsin Department of Administration and Department of Revenue. The lodging industry would receive $75 million in funding, $12 million reserved for small businesses that host live events, and about $11 million for the movie theaters. A Northwoods Museum is getting a facelift to help serve visitors in the area. We'll take a look at what work has already been done in Anago in just a few minutes. But first, Jeffson with your full forecast, including the chance for some showers and storms this evening. That's next on Newswatch 12 at 5.
Don't miss the Stars and Stripes appliance sale on now at Furniture and Appliance Mart. Save up to 40% off on in-stock doorbusters while they last. Plus no interest for 18 months. The biggest appliance sale of the year starts now. Only at Furniture and Appliance Mart.
Has the pandemic interrupted your routine health care? Our exceptional team at the Lac Vie Desert Health Center is determined to get you back on track. Our comprehensive primary care services include disease management, women's health, preventative care, and more. The convenience of our walk-in clinic is available when your family needs it the most. Full access to our on-site x-ray and lab services to expedite your care. Our friendly team is excited to meet you, and we are conveniently located in the Elison Realty Building at the intersection of Highway 45 and 70.
Want to get out on the water this summer but don't have the spare cash for a boat? Tackle the outdoors at Ho-Chunk Gaming Wittenberg with great summertime giveaways in June. Like a brand new 2021 Crestliner boat and trailer package with $500 in mad money. Plus other outdoor fun packages. Earn a drawing entry and $10 rewards play for every 25 points in your card. Tackle the outdoors with gear, grills, a boat and trailer, and cash. Only at Ho-Chunk Gaming Wittenberg.
Did you know that approximately 45,000 women in the U.S. will die from breast or cervical cancer this year? The key to prevention and survival is early detection through regular screenings by mammogram and Pap test. Women aged 45 to 64 who are under or uninsured may be eligible for these tests through the Wisconsin Well Woman program. For more information, call 715-369-6119. A message from the Oneida County Health Department and the Wisconsin Department of Health Services.
Don't miss the Stars and Stripes appliance sale on now at Furniture and Appliance Mart. Save up to 40% off on in-stock doorbusters while they last. Plus no interest for 18 months. The biggest appliance sale of the year starts now. Only at Furniture and Appliance Mart.
Here's the big picture showing two things out there now. First off is line of storms that came through this morning across parts of Michigan now. Then the atmosphere tried to recharge, but had a tough time doing so with all the cloud cover out there. And the front, the actual front, is right across our western areas now. They're trying to fire some weather along that currently, but it's having a very tough time across Northwoods. The severe weather threat has really come down a lot from earlier today because of all the cloud cover cut around the area earlier today. All right, but here's the radar picture. There is a warning currently for Clark County. This will enter parts of Marathon County, also Portage County as well. This is severe, so wind gusts near 55 miles per hour, large hail in there as well, and also very heavy rainfall. These things are moving incredibly slow at 10 to 15 miles per hour. That is not fast at all for a storm. If you get under one of these, looking at you, Plover, Stevens Point, Adams Friendship, you'll likely see 1 to 2 inches of rainfall very quickly with these. So here we are, thunder, lightning in there in the Marshfield, Medford area as well. Wisconsin Rapids is right there. There's 39 as well. Points, you're up next here too. So get ready, kind of batten down the hatches with this one. It's the one severe one out there now, moving to the east at 15 to 20 miles per hour, about to cross 39 here probably within the next hour, and bringing some torrential downpours to Portage County and southern Marathon County as well. And here's the fuel. Dew points up there in the 60s to even a couple low 70s over here in Phillips currently. That's all fuel for storms. So the ingredients are in place for potentially severe weather. However, the atmosphere is kind of stabilizing itself right now, and likely that will end from north to south across the area tonight, and we're pretty much done across parts of western Wisconsin now. After we had a lot of rain this morning, so this is the radar estimate of what it rained across the area this morning. Some areas saw 1.5 inches of rain near Plover, up to Marathon County, even parts of Price County as well from this morning's rain, and we're getting more on top of that now. However, that threat is still coming down across the area. So here's the big picture, and again, we want that stalled front, or it's moving very, very slowly, to move across the area tonight. Once that does so, we will get into this air mass over here. That one's much better than this one. This one is very muggy, humid, stormy. This one is not. So a good day for us in store for tomorrow, followed by a kind of messy weather pattern getting here over the weekend with a daily chance for rain, a very summer-like pattern, Saturday, Sunday, into Monday. But for now, here's that high pressure coming in for us tomorrow. I took the chance of rain out of the forecast for tomorrow. However, we still could see a rogue shower, pop-up shower late in the day. All right, so temperature-wise, hanging out in the 70s out there now, but look where it was sunshine today. Eau Claire got up to 90s today. Meanwhile, the rest of us are back in the 70s because of the cloud-cooled air out there today. Going forward, though, 79 or near 80 tomorrow. We're going to hang out near the average. The average is 77. We'll likely stay close to that the next 5 to 7 days around here. Our forecast then for tonight, though, is a couple of showers and storms out there, likely non-severe. However, heavy rain is possible with low temperatures still down near a muggy 61. For tomorrow, it's Friday. Lots of clouds early, followed by partly cloudy through the afternoon. High temperatures reaching for 80 tomorrow, and many of you will probably do it. And then looking ahead, your 7-day forecast by Northwest Furniture and Mattress shows a nice day tomorrow, followed by a daily chance for rain. Scattered in nature Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday with temperatures in the 70s. Justin?
All right, thanks, Jeff. Many communities have a visitor center where folks can learn more about information in the area, maps, brochures, just someone to talk to who knows more about the area. In Anago, Economic Development Corporation Assistant Director Carrie Beck thought the city could use one. She saw the Langlade County Historical Society's museum as a good place to incorporate a visitor center, and both the EDC and the Historical Society wanted to renovate the building and accommodate more people.
With the renovations and with the agreement, we've come together with the Historical Society and offering all outdoor recreation information for visitors and residents.
So the new visitor center on the north side of the building includes maps, brochures, and information kiosks. So far, it's receiving positive feedback.
We've got a lot of compliments, no criticisms, and I really think it blends in with the style of the building.
The building is also now wheelchair accessible with an elevator, new lighting, new ceilings, and more operational upgrades. We'll be right back.
HighPoint Sand and Gravel provides high-quality riprap, sand, and screened topsoil for almost any need. The high-quality rock and stone, boulders, and clear stone enhance the function and beauty of your home or business. Offering convenient delivery or pickup throughout northern Wisconsin and the UP, HighPoint Sand and Gravel provides premium landscaping materials, specializing in producing beautiful decorative stone for all types of landscaping projects. Contact HighPoint Sand and Gravel to help make your next project a dream come true.
They say when you come from a small town like us, you do things your own way. That's why US Cellular doesn't have any hidden requirements. So you can get the latest phone with no activation fees, required phone trade-ins, or anything like that. That's all there is to it. Get a Samsung Galaxy S21 5G free with no hidden requirements. The nationwide network built from your town up. US Cellular.
Kick off summer at the Crandon International Raceway, June 26th and 27th. Catch the world's biggest on the biggest stage. Go online to reserve your tickets today.
Did you know Prilosec OTC can stop frequent heartburn before it begins? Heartburn happens when stomach acid refluxes into the esophagus. Prilosec OTC uses a unique delayed release formula that helps it pass through the tough stomach acid. It then works to turn down acid production, blocking heartburn at the source. With just one pill a day, you get 24-hour heartburn protection. Prilosec OTC. One pill a day, 24 hours, zero heartburn.
Beautiful home near Land O'Lakes being sold to the highest bidder regardless of price. Sunday, June 27th. Contact Brass and St. Louis Auctions for more details.
Our Newswatch 12 news team works around the clock to bring you the news that matters most to the Northwoods. NBC Newswatch 12, from where you live.
Weighing less than a single pound at birth, baby Richard Hutchinson from Somerset, Wisconsin, was given a 0% chance of survival. Now, 1 year later, doctors are proven 100% wrong, and he's now the world record holder for world's most premature baby. Susan Elizabeth Littlefield caught up with the family today and has an update on their incredible story.
I mean, can you believe he has won?
It still amazes me how strong and resilient he's been through this whole process.
Richard Hutchinson is truly defying every odd there is.
Like when Richard was born, at first they were saying he had a 0% chance of survival. They asked us if we wanted to hold him before he passed away. But after consulting with the neonatologist department there, I mean, they agreed to give him a chance, and I mean, look.
So that means baby Richard has gone from being 11.9 ounces to over 16 pounds.
Good job, boy.
You said he had no chance at first.
Yep.
And look at him now.
He likes to babble a lot. He's always trying to crawl.
A first year of life so impressive, it's literally one for the books.
Happy birthday to you. Can you believe you have a world record holder on your hands?
No, it's amazing.
It's amazing. I mean,
it's still an unbelievable feeling.
As of this week, this baby, born at just 20 weeks gestation, is a Guinness Book of World Records record holder.
So the youngest baby in the world to survive.
Yes.
Yep.
Is this guy.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's amazing. I mean,
yeah, that's you.
It's indescribable.
So they are passing their joy on to others, using their GoFundMe money to encourage other preemie parents.
we're actually trying to start a nonprofit to help raise awareness for preemies, to give parents that hope and that outsourced resource.
Because a 0% survival rate can be 100% wrong.
I think he'll have an amazing future, and whatever he decides to do, he'll make a big mark.
And it seems this little guy already has.
This portion of Newswatch 12 is brought to you by Furniture and Appliance Mart.
When you're the victim of an accident, it can feel like the weight of the entire world is on your shoulders. Why not let us take that crippling burden off your back? Habish, Habish & Rotier. We fight for what's right.
Dad, I got a job. I'm moving out.
Dream sequence ending in 3, 2,
keep packing.
1.
Come join us at the historic Waswaganing Indian Bowl, located in downtown Lac du Flambeau, Tuesdays through August 3rd. Experience the culture and pageantry of Ojibwe powwow, relax to the soothing sounds of Native American drums, and enjoy the vibrant colors of traditional regalia worn by authentic Ojibwe dancers. Watch and take part in the intertribal dances and come tour our Ojibwe Summer Village. Gates open at 6 with grand entry at 7. Come and refresh your spirit, paid by the Native American Tourism of Wisconsin.
The historic Rhinelander Cafe and Pub in downtown Rhinelander has been serving the Northwoods since 1911. With 32 craft beers on tap and supper club staples, Friday fish fry and Saturday prime rib, the Rhinelander Cafe and Pub also features more modern dishes like truffle fries and flatbread pizza. The large dining room provides plenty of space for an intimate surf and turf dinner or a family gathering over pasta. Stop in and enjoy a landmark in downtown Rhinelander, the Rhinelander Cafe and Pub on Brown Street.
Looking for a better way to cool off this summer? Start with a trip to Wickersham Jewelry and receive a free Yeti cooler with your purchase of $1,500 or more during their Super Summer Jewelry event, June 28th through July 10th. Wickersham's has hundreds of engagement rings, wedding bands, earrings, bracelets, and necklaces in every style and gemstone. Take advantage of interest-free financing. Wickersham Jewelry. If you can dream it, we can make it.
Race fans, get ready to kick off summer at the big house of off-road racing. Crandon International Off-Road Raceway welcomes the 28th Forest County Potawatomi Community Cup Challenge, June 26th and 27th. Come for a day or stay for a weekend of camping, fun, and racing. As always at Crandon, great food, drinks, and good times. Visiting the largest off-road track in the world. Free all day Friday, $40 daily or $55 for the entire weekend. Kids 11 and under are free, and seniors 65 and older are $25.
This portion of News Watch 12 is brought to you by Coyote 93.7.
All right, buddy, the atmosphere is generally behaving out there right now. However, there's one warm storm over Clark County currently, moving to the east about 15 to 20 miles per hour. That will likely bring some heavy downpours into Marathon County, into Portage County, and Wood County as well. But again, the severe weather threat, no reported areas yet of that. This is severe warned. It could have wind gusts with it near 55 miles per hour. But generally, we're doing well with this today as we're kind of avoiding the severe weather threat tonight after we had storms this morning, kind of stabilized the atmosphere. So now, once we get this out of the way, look what happens tomorrow. Back near 80 with some sunshine through the afternoon. We'll enjoy that tomorrow for
We'll
sure.
look forward to that. Get through tonight first. Thanks, Jeff. Thanks for joining us on Newswatch 12 at 5. NBC Nightly News with Lester Holt is next.